This is my crypto plan for 2026 and 2027 going on into the next bull market. A lot of people are panicking right now because of obviously what is happening with the Bitcoin price. Absolutely crashing in the last 7 days. You can see minus 17% here. But I have a plan. I'm going to tell you guys exactly step by step what I'm going to be doing this year. Please remember though, this is not financial advice. Please always invest at your own risk and do your own research. I'm just telling you guys about the projects, coins, all them sorts of things that I like. So please remember guys, always invest at your own risk and do your own research. But anyway, getting straight into the nitty gritty here. What am I looking at? What is my plan for 2026? So if you're not up to date right now on what's happened with Bitcoin, it has not been pretty over the past week. You can see it has fell off a cliff. As soon as it lost this 72k level, it has just gone down and down and down. I expect it to keep going down. Probably somewhere in the 50s, maybe 53k can act as some sort of support. But yeah, it's not looking very pleasant, put it that way. And a lot of people right now are either panic selling, buying, buying on a dip that's just gonna keep dipping, trying to catch a knife. There's a lot of things you can do right now that are not smart. And one thing you need to do right now is just keep a calm head. Just take a deep breath, take a step away from your monitor, step away from the charts from a bit, and just take a deep breath. You need to let everything, sort of happen and play out in front of you before you rush into decisions that will make you lose even more money. I see people in these conditions leverage trading. You are basically playing with fire at that point. It is so dangerous to leverage trade in conditions like this unless you get very, very, very lucky. Or you're an extremely, extremely experienced trader. The average trader, leverage trading in these conditions is going to get absolutely cooked. It's not something you want to be playing around with. But anyway, what is my plan for Bitcoin? So my plan for Bitcoin is to probably purchase around the end of this year. I believe it's going to keep dipping and dipping, eventually find sort of a stable point, sort of like here. You see when Bitcoin eventually found like a bottom around here and then it started moving up. That's how I sort of see it playing out. I think we'll find a bottom. I'm not sure the price. A lot of people say price predictions, this, that, and the other. You just have to read the charts and get a feeling of sentiment. You can't just say, oh, I believe it's going to bottom out at 49,500 and, just make a wild guess. I don't know what price is going to bottom out at, but I will get a feeling once it's bottomed out that it is the bottom. I'm not getting that feeling right now. I think we still do have a bit to go down, which is good for me because I've got a lot of dry powder to obviously deploy into coins. But obviously I do feel bad for people that are obviously new to crypto and don't quite understand that this is the most volatile market in the world. Things like this are no shock to anyone that's been in this industry for years. So yeah, I'm planning to buy the majority of my cryptos that I'm going to purchase at the end of the year, October, November, December. That sort of time period I'm going to be looking. Now, you're probably asking, what coins am I going to be looking at? Now, the main three I'm going to be looking at are Ethereum. So to start off with, Ethereum, obviously, they're making loads and loads of upgrades right now. Vitalik is really on top of it. And I feel like Ethereum's always going to be there and thereabouts. It may not be the highest performing coin of them all, but I feel like Vitalik right now, there's something that's just telling me he's really, really focused on building something really, really cool with Ethereum. He's, in the past, in the last bull market, he was selling a lot through the Ethereum Foundation and this, that, and the other, but now it feels sort of different with Ethereum. I may be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right here, but I've just got a gut feeling that Ethereum could be a runner once we bottom out and start moving up towards the next peak, next bull market top. The second coin is a pretty obvious one. It's going to be Hyperliquid. Obviously, I feel bad for anyone that bought the top here. It was massively overcooked. I'm not saying it won't go above this price again. It probably will next bull market, but for after that run, I mean, almost 2x in a matter of basically a few weeks in a bear market, that was overcooked. But yeah, I definitely do feel like Hyperliquid is going to be there to last. Definitely for the next bull market, so it's going to be one right on the top of my mind because what they're building a Hyperliquid is absolutely incredible. They're on top of everything. They ever since their launch have been exceptional in their marketing, their product launches. it's just been smooth, and that's exactly what you want out of a crypto product when you're looking for a good narrative, one that doesn't have many cons about it, would you say, or easy things to go against. Hyperliquid has it all, in my opinion. So that is going to be one that I'm definitely going to be looking to pick up towards the end of the year. And I'm not just saying towards October, November, December for definite. It's just a sort of range that I probably think, all right, crypto probably will sort of be bottomed out by the end of this year. But of course, times can change. Things can happen differently. Once I have that feeling, I will start deploying. Right now, I'm not though. Again, another one I'm going to be looking at is Aster, if you guys know, and I've been watching my videos for a little bit now. I'm a massive Aster fan. Where is it? Here it is. It's actually dropped below this line it was holding for so long, this 65-ish 67-ish cents line. It's actually at 61 right now, but I think this is going to be one definitely to keep your eyes on. And if it drops to 46 cents again, I'm definitely going to be picking some up then. And that's not financial advice, that's just what I think. But I think this is definitely going to be a gem. You've got the CZ narrative behind it, the Binance narrative. It is going to be a narrative at some point in the next cycle, I think. So it's definitely one to keep your eyes on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.